Rabbi Reuben Bulka's dedication and inspiring leadership have enriched the lives of many Canadians. Rabbi of Congregation Maxikai Hadass for more than 45 years, he has also shared his faith and counsel as an author, broadcaster, and regular newspaper columnist. A blood donor 345 times, he is best known for his tireless community involvement in interfaith dialogue, healthcare, and humanitarian causes, including the Ottawa Regional Cancer Foundation Courage Campaign, the Trillium Gift of Life Network, and Kindness Week, which he founded. Rabbi Bulka.
And welcome to this very special program on Rogers TV. My name is Dylan Black. 1,800 acts of kindness, all in the name of our good friend Rabbi Bulka, rabbibulka.ca. For more information on how you can make a difference, joining us right now is Rabbi Eden Sher. And it's wonderful to have you kick off the program because I understand you are the creator of this initiative. So why did you decide to create 1,800 acts of kindness?
That's a great question. So, number one, I just want to say that there's been some amazing people working on this initiative together with me on the website itself. I'm by no means a website designer, but the reason this was so important to me is because I know how important kindness is to Rabbi Bulka. And as Rabbi Bulka right now may not be able to be on the ground spreading and doing the kindnesses that he does every single day of his life, I thought it was important to send that message to Rabbi Bulka, not to worry, we've got this. Your entire community is rallying around you, and we are going to make sure that those acts of kindness are getting done. So that was the most important thing to me. And then the number 1,800, well, the number 18 in Judaism signifies and symbolizes life. And I can't imagine something that would more enliven, give strength to Rabbi Bulka at this time than these acts of kindness, specifically 1,800 of them.
You're a young man. What has he meant to you?
So from the moment I arrived in Ottawa, which is about six years ago, I worked together with Rabbi Bulka every single day. First as his associate rabbi for 1 year, and then I took over as rabbi. Became rabbi, and over that period of time, he became my best cheerleader, my most encouraging advocate, my mentor, and really like a member of my family.
What are you looking for with these acts of kindness specifically?
Yeah, so Rabbi Bulka has always spread this idea that the smallest act of kindness can make the biggest difference. So even holding the door open for someone as you walk into a store or something like that. But certainly what we have been seeing already after a soft launch of this program are a lot of the kindnesses that Rabbi Bulka stood for. So people that are donating blood when we so badly need it, or making phone calls to people that perhaps have been shut in because of the pandemic. Things that Rabbi Bulka stands for, things that Rabbi Bulka really just has championed in our community. And it's been nice to see how people have responded.
Rabbi Eden Sher, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Dylan, thanks so much again. Thanks to Rogers TV.
And you are watching 1,800 Acts of Kindness. And if you'd like to submit your act of kindness, simply go to rabbibulka.ca. We'll make a difference together. Joining us right now, he is the CEO and president of the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. This is Alex Munter.
Of course, Rabbi Bulka is so well known at CHEO, a great supporter of both the organization and of families who need CHEO services. An honorary board member for 20 years, a mainstay at the CHEO Telethon, helping raise money for programs, and also much less visibly to the broad community, a member of the spiritual support team, accompanying families with very sick children at the toughest moments in their lives. Rabbi Bulka has walked the talk of kindness. I have seen it. I've admired it. I have tried to emulate it. And it reminds me of my own son to talk about how important kindness is. And so for Act of Kindness, we are recording this today on Family Day. And there are thousands of children in Ontario that don't have families. And so my act of kindness today for Kindness Week and Family Day is to make a donation to the Adoption Council of Ontario. which works to connect children and families for a better future. Thank you, Rabbi Bulka, for everything you've done for me, for CHEO, for our families, for Ottawa, for our country. You truly are the role model of kindness.
It is 1800 Acts of Kindness. Joining us right now is Reverend Dr. Anthony Bailey, and he is with Parkdale United Church. Let's talk about the interfaith blood donor drives that you've organized together.
Yes. Well, that was a very special response to a spate of hate and racism and anti-Semitic graffiti that was spread around the city to Rabbi Bulka's synagogue, our church, and a mosque. And one of our conversations was, how do we respond to this? And we thought that, you know what, we're going to organize in our respective places of worship a blood drive. The blood center was needing blood, and we thought this was a very good example. And so from our respective places of worship, we flooded the blood center with lots of blood. And the statement we were making to those who would seek to divide us and to be racist and anti-Semitic and so forth, is that when we donate blood, it is not categorized by race. It is categorized by type. And when you go to the hospital, and if you need a blood transfusion or a heart transplant or something, the first question you ask the doctor is not, did that come from a Muslim or a Black person or a Jewish person? You just say, fix me up, doc, give me the blood, you know? So we're saying that fundamentally we support each other. We are interrelated as people, and we shouldn't be divided. And this example of the blood drive demonstrated how we support the lives of each other.
And you also encouraged students to become organ donors, correct?
Yeah, not only students, but others. Sometimes there was one particular conference, I remember a meeting at Carleton University where we gathered to promote the importance of organ donation and to sign our registration, our license card, and to let people know that this is a significant way in which we can bequeath health and well-being and life to others beyond our own lives. And that was one of the ways in which we also sought to engender kindness as we related and supported each other as human beings.
1800 Acts of Kindness, and people can sign up through rabbibulka.ca. Reverend Dr. Anthony Bailey, thank you very much for all you've done for our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is 1800 Acts of Kindness. Since Rabbi Bulka informed the community of his diagnosis, people have been wondering what they can do to help. Well, now you can help. Simply go to rabbibulka.ca for more information. Here is our mayor, Jim Munson.
Well, it's a pleasure to virtually give greetings to Rabbi Bulka and to all of the city of Ottawa, and thank the rabbi very much for coming up with the idea of Kindness Week. It just speaks volumes of the kind of person that Rabbi Bulka is, always looking for the good in people. What I try to do this is I have a list of senior citizens that I call, and I try to get to 5 or 6 every week, ask them how they're doing, living in self-isolation, and see if there's anything I can help them with. So that's a small way that I'm trying to help other people, but it's also therapeutic for me to get in touch with some good friends and see how they're doing. So thank you, Rabbi, and we continue to pray for your recovery. You've done so much for this community. We're blessed to have you as a resident, and it's an honor for me to call you a friend for the last 25 or 30 years. Take care.
1800 Acts of Kindness, rabbibulka.ca to sign up your act of kindness. Joining us right now is Cindy Smith, who is the Executive Director of the Caring and Sharing Exchange. You and Rabbi Bulka, tell us about the work that he did with the Caring and Sharing Exchange.
Sure. So we actually are home to Kind Ottawa and the flagship event Kindness Week in Ottawa. And that was something developed by Rabbi Bulka because he did a lot of studying. And of course, he is the very kind man that he is. He determined there's so many benefits to being kind. So you're healthier, you live longer, you have less stress in your life. And so this is actually the 14th year of Kindness Week. So 2021, the 14th year. We've been home to this for 3 years. So basically during the week, what we do is we run around, and outside the week as well. So Rabbi and I run around and we promote kindness. We go to a lot of schools. We surprise people with kindness awards, and we do all those kind of things. And it's just promoting kindness. And as Rabbi would say, it's not huge acts of kindness. It's everyday acts of kindness. So, open the door for somebody, smile at somebody, lend somebody an ear when they're feeling down, those kind of things.
So when it comes to Kindness Week, I mean, anybody can be kind, right, Cindy?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, it's the little things that mean the most. Some people we've recognized have done wonderful things in the community. I remember we recognized a 7-year-old boy who actually decided it was a really cold day of the year and he just wanted to do something because he realized people live on the street and they don't have homes. And so he decided with his dad that they would go and buy $5 gift cards for Tim Hortons. And this boy was in grade 2, 7 years old. And so they did that and they went around and he learned so much more. He had conversations with these people and realized that they're just like you and me. And, from there, so we recognized him. That was a surprise. And it was just fantastic things like that we hear. As Rabbi would say, kindness is viral.
Kindness is viral, and we need to make 1,800 acts of kindness viral. Simply go to rabbibulka.ca to submit your act of kindness. Cindy Smith, thank you very much for everything you do in our city, and we appreciate your time here today.
Thank you, Dylan.
And you are watching 1,800 Acts of Kindness. Rabbibulka.ca is the website to go to if you'd like to submit yours. Very quick and easy to do. Joining us right now is the award-winning photographer, Michelle Valberg.
I first met Rabbi Bulka over 30 years ago at his synagogue. I was this young entrepreneur. I was beginning my career in photography, and he made me feel so welcome and connected and loved. His whole essence is about making this world a better place through kindness and gratitude. He even visited me in the hospital when I gave birth to my son. He was the first to call me when my parents passed away and was worried about me and grieving. He has been in our community giving to so many people. It's our turn to give back. In registering our acts of kindness at rabbibulka.ca. So I'm asking all my friends and followers to do that same thing. Let's register our acts of kindness. Let's get to that goal of 1,800 and show Rabbi Bulka that we've got this. We've listened to him, we're honoring him, and we are going to change the world together as he would want us to do. So let's be kind together. And I look forward to the future. Thank you.
And you are watching 1,800 Acts of Kindness in support of Rabbi Bulka. For more information, simply go to rabbibulka.ca. Joining us right now, Tara Shannon with a song called Someone Who Understands.
Some people are running, some people are fighting, some are screaming to be found, and some are hiding. Everybody wants freedom, everybody wants more. Seems like everything's a price we can't afford. Well, I can tell you everything's fine. There's a city that's drowning, there's a world on fire. Somewhere in this moment there's someone who is going through everything you think that you can. Someone who understands. Some people are falling, some people are breaking, some are so far down that no one dares to save them. A million different stories, but they're all the same. As we all stumble through the darkness, trying to understand the pain. Well, I can tell you everything's fine. There's a city show a little kindness, and show somebody, can show somebody that you understand. 'Cause you understand.
And this is 1800 Acts of Kindness. Joining us right now from Algonquin College, it is Jeff Turner. He is also one of the, he helped create this amazing initiative, RabbiBulka.ca, for more information. So can I ask why you and Rabbi Sher got together and created this initiative?
Well, really, it is all about three things we were trying to do after the news of Rabbi Bulka's announcement of his illness. And the three things were a prayer session that we had about a month ago that 5,000 people participated in the Ottawa area. It was a huge success. We also thought about, and Rabbi Sher was really driving this, around creating an initiative for folks to register an act of kindness, all in the spirit of what Rabbi Bulka has been trying to do for years about, he's inspiring everyone to be kind. And with the kindest man, so many of us know it seemed to be a natural. It's just right there. So we thought, well, okay, we'll do this. It's 1800 Acts of Kindness would be a great story and a great way to recognize him. And the third piece is going to be a book his granddaughter's writing about him and his life, and there'll be a large element of kindness engaged in that.
Kind Canada, quickly, Jeff, can you tell us quickly about Kind Canada?
Yeah, so Rabbi said to me in those days long ago about the Kindness Week, he said, this would be great if it could be bigger. Do you think we could ever do something on a Canadian scale? And I said, sure, Rabbi, someday. So 10 years later, he approached me to help get involved with something called Kind Canada Généreux, which was designed and intended to encourage and inspire Canadians to be kind, making Canada the kindest country in the world. That's underway. We've been at it for a while and still working on that. But the key to that is something spectacular that Senator Jim Munson has been working on. We approached him, Rabbi and I, 3 years ago to create legislation in the Senate that would go to the House of Commons and acting in Parliament the third week in February, being known as Kindness Week in Canada. And that's actually underway right now. Jim's working on that as we speak.
Jeff Turner, you are a very kind individual yourself, and we appreciate your time here today.
Thank you, Dylan. It's a pleasure. Stay well and take care of yourself. All the best. Good to see you.
And you are watching 1800 Acts of Kindness. Make sure to sign up at your act of kindness at RabbiBulka.ca. We just heard from Jeff Turner about the work that Senator Jim Munson is doing on behalf of Kindness Week, and here is Senator Jim Munson.
I've been thinking a lot of Rabbi Bulka the last number of days, and everyone knows why. Our thoughts and prayers are with the rabbi. He's given us so much in this community, so much so that when we first met, I was in the process of being part of a group that sponsored Syrian refugees, and we helped sponsor one family. And in that family, there were 3 or 4 boys. And what could I do as a senator to help out here? Well, I thought, let's get them skates. I live near the Rideau Canal, and the Nepean Sports Club was kindly good enough to buy the skates. And there we were on the canals. A few days later, we're skating, and my goodness, they could skate. And at the end of their skating, what I was proud of is not only their skating, but they began to speak English fairly well. And I taught them the one phrase I've always heard when I played hockey was, he shoots, he scores. And we all had a good laugh about that. But that's the inspiration of Rabbi Bulka, who also bounced into my office a few years ago to encourage me to introduce an act respecting kindness. So that's what we've done. We did it a few years ago. We almost made it. We got it through the Senate, a kindness act, a kindness week in this country, so where we can be aware of kindness. It worked when I did this work on autism, on an Autism Awareness Day, and it's extremely important issue. We didn't quite get the bill through the Senate that time. Well, we got it through the Senate, but didn't quite make it through the House, and election got in the way. But we're back, and we have introduced the Kindness Week. And within the Kindness Week, the rabbi is front and center in some of the quotes that we wanted to use in this one are the same quotes we used in the past. The rabbi talked about saying the bill, if passed, as I fervently hope it will be, can potentially raise the Canadian consciousness of the importance of kindness and the ensuing commitment thereto to levels that will make our great country even greater and make a large dent in some of the critical issues we face, including mental health, the cost of healthcare, and bullying, among others. For me, the more we have acts of kindness, it pushes back against hate that threatens our society. That is my view. In my office, I have a wonderful young man by the name of Michael Trink. Michael has Down syndrome. Michael's phrase that he wanted me to use here in this particular program, a testimonial, is, and Michael always uses it, he says, give a little, help a lot. Give a little, help a lot. And I guess that's what we're trying to do today, aren't we? In being kind. It's not just a gesture, it's what we should be as a society.
It is 1800 Acts of Kindness, and we are joined right now by Dan Greenberg and his wife, Barbara Crook, who do many amazing things in our community. Hello, Dan and Barbara. Dan, I understand that you have known Rabbi Bulka so long that you can't even remember how long it is or when you met him for the first time. Can you tell us a personal story about you and the good rabbi?
Probably the big story is when he married us. That was probably one of the biggest days in our lives, and we had an Orthodox Jewish wedding, and I remember before the wedding, the rabbi looked at to make sure the wine for, I'm not sure why the wine, but he realized that he discovered that the red wine was not kosher enough for our wedding, and it was a holiday weekend, so it was quite a mad scramble to make sure there was enough wine for our wedding. But I mean, that's just, I didn't think much of it. We were just so happy that Rabbi Bulka could marry us. We both admire him, and we have so much in common with him, and we love him so much.
Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
And
now,
we both
Barbara,
converted to
can you?
Judaism. We both converted to
Okay.
Judaism with
So,
Rabbi Bulka.
yes.
Yeah, so it's a very close
Okay. Well,
relationship.
Barbara, you want to tell me what this kindness initiative means to you and your family?
Yes, I think, one of the things that we've learned, certainly the way I was brought up in my life, but also what we've learned from Rabbi Bulka and really drawing attention to Kindness Week, is that we sometimes focus on grand gestures and big donations and big things, but the important thing is that we can all find ways to do kindness in our daily lives. It's as easy as letting someone into a line in front of you. It's letting a car ahead of you. It's
Mm-hmm.
picking up the phone and calling someone or texting someone if you know they're going through something. And it's not a zero-sum game. You don't lose anything. The more acts of kindness, there's still lots left. You don't lose anything, but you gain. But more important, the person you're helping gains.
We appreciate your time here today. Of course, rabbibulka.ca for more information. Dan Greenberg and Barbara Crook, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is 1800 Acts of Kindness, and if you'd like to submit yours, all you have to do is go to rabbibulka.ca. He is with United Way East Ontario. It is Mark Taylor.
I first had the opportunity to meet Rabbi Bulka about 12 years ago, and it was instantly clear to me that he was a man who put his community first and care of people ahead of everything else. There's a lot I could say about the rabbi and his near limitless energy, about how he doesn't walk up to someone, but instead bounds up to them like a jungle cat, and how he's always gregarious and optimistic. I could also tell you that he never wears a winter coat. There must be a fire inside of him, because I have been with him on snowy afternoons and dark nights by hockey rinks and celebrations of faith and remembrance. He never has a jacket and seems oblivious to the weather. Having known Reuven through the time he rallied leaders to create Kindness Week, and having seen it grow across Ottawa and inspire Kind Canada, and now the acts of kindness being logged at rabbibulka.ca, I have to say, of all the gifts he's given community, a focus on the simple act of being kind is chief among them. My wife, Christine, and I took the opportunity to log our act of kindness, helping a local restaurant that are themselves helping people deliver food to those in need during the pandemic. We thought the rabbi would like this, a kindness that could be passed along. Let me take this opportunity to thank Rabbi Bulka for showing an entire community a kindness by reminding us we each have the power to make life better for someone else, right from where we're standing. And if we can follow his example and get that fire for kindness burning inside all of us, just as he has it in him, maybe we won't need winter coats ourselves after all.
1800 Acts of Kindness, RabbiBulka.ca, where you can sign up your act of kindness. Joining us right now, we say hello to Lawrence Greenspan, famous face in the city, lawyer, and a friend of Rabbi Bulka. It's good to have you on here now. I know that you have a history with Rabbi Bulka. Let's go back in time. It had to do with the United Ways when you first connected.
Absolutely. Rabbi Bulka approached United Way. At the time, I was the chair of the Community Services Cabinet. And he approached us with this idea of taking a week and calling it Kindness Week and encouraging everybody to do acts of kindness. And we took it on. United Way got the thing started, and we did everything from offering hot chocolate to the homeless to free hugs at the bus station, going to the hospitals and doing visits there. And it's the kind of thing that Rabbi Bulka was doing on a daily basis in his own life. And what he really was trying to do was to spread the word, spread the kindness word to everybody, young and old. And he was the leader of the Kindness Week and got it started, and that became his brand. He, between his infinite energy and his great humor, kindness became not only his calling card, but the thousands of people that he's touched along the way.
When you saw these acts of kindness fulfilled, did you see people literally change in front of you? Smiles and happiness?
Well, you know, I volunteered for many, many years with the Snowsuit Fund, and I've seen what happens when you hand the snowsuit to a less fortunate family, to a child of that family. I've seen what goes on, and it's not just the smile on the kindee. It's the smile in your heart on the kinder. The person doing the act of kindness is we grow from it, and the person on the receiving end just lights up. You know, the smile is worth the effort to be kind.
RabbiBulka.ca, Lawrence Greenspan, thank you very much for all you do for our city, and have a good day.
My pleasure. Thank you for doing this.
And you are watching 1800 Acts of Kindness. Everybody knows that Rabbi Bulka is a strong advocate for Canadian Blood Services. And joining us now from Canadian Blood Services is Jen Bruno.
When I think of Rabbi Bulka, I'm reminded of this quote: "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." He's done so many amazing things in the community, but what stood out to me the most is how many people he's encouraged to donate blood. The Kindness Project was created to encourage act of kindness. My act of kindness will be donating blood in his honor. Please visit RabbiBulka.ca and register your act of kindness today.
And thank you very much for tuning in to 1800 Acts of Kindness to support the Rabbi Bulka Kindness Project. My name is Dylan Black, and thank you as well to all the amazing community leaders who joined us on today's program. Make sure to sign up your act of kindness. It's simple, only takes a couple of moments. Go to RabbiBulka.ca.